previous class. In our previous class, we have learned what is parallel line and transversal. In parallel line means what? The line which do not intersect each other, that is called as parallel line. And transversal means when two parallel lines are cut by another line, that is called as transversal. We have explained through a diagram also. Next, we have learned that how many angles can be made by a transversal. So, there are how many angles? There are 8 angles made by a transversal. Next, we have learned about the corresponding angle, interior angle, exterior angle. Corresponding angle, we learned that corresponding angles are on the corresponding side of two lines and on the same side of the transversal. We learned through the diagram that corresponding angle A is correspond to phi. That we have also learned is. Next we have learned interior angle. Interior angle means it is inside the transversal line. It is not outside the transversal line. Next we have learned exterior angle. Exterior angle means angle which are on the exterior side of the transversal, which are on the outside of the transversal line. That is called as exterior angle. Next we have learned vertical angle. Vertical, I told you that vertical means opposite also. Opposite of one angle is opposite of third angle. So that also I will explain you what is vertical angle. Next we have learned alternate interior angle. Alternate means opposite, interior means inside. Inside opposite angle is called as alternate interior angle. Next we have learned alternate exterior angle. Same, alternate means opposite, exterior means outside. So the angles which are opposite and outside the transversal, that is called as alternate exterior angle. All we have learned in our previous class. This was a revision what we have learned. Now we will proceed with our practice set. So here we will start with our practice set 2.1. I hope till here you have understood all the points which you have to remember it. Now you can see the diagram. In this diagram, you have to show the corresponding angle and the interior angle. In this diagram, they ask you in the adjoining figure, each angle is shown by a letter. Fill in the box with the help of the figure. But we will do all the sums. We will not fill it. We will start finding the corresponding angle. They ask for the corresponding angle and interior angle. Interior alternate angle. They ask for corresponding angle and interior alternate angle. Interior means inside, alternate means opposite of that angle that we have to find. First, we will find corresponding angle of this diagram. Okay. Now your corresponding angle. Now your first corresponding angle is angle P. See, angle P ka corresponding is angle W. The first corresponding angle is angle P and angle W. Now next is what? Next is angle Q. Q ka corresponding angle is angle S. The corresponding angle of Q is corresponding angle of Q is corresponding angle X. Next is what? There will be 4 pair. Now we have find out 2 pair. The other 2 pair are corresponding angle. Now the corresponding angle S is corresponding angle Z. The corresponding angle S is the corresponding angle Z, and now the corresponding angle R is correspond to angle Y. I hope you people have understood. Once again I will explain you. Now what is corresponding angle? Wait a minute. Now first, what is corresponding angle? Corresponding to the side of the transversal. Now here angle P is correspond to angle W. Angle P is correspond to angle W. Angle Q is correspond to angle X. Angle Q is correspond to angle X. Next, angle X is correspond to angle Z. Angle S is correspond to angle Z. And last, there must be four pairs. So here angle R is correspond to angle Y. I hope the first question you people have understood what are corresponding angles. Now we will find next they have asked you for interior alternate angle. Now what is interior alternate angle? The name interior means inside, alternate means uska opposite of that angle. Now here we will find interior angle first, that is angle S. Now this is inside, so this is angle S. Now interior we have got alternate means opposite. Now opposite of S is what? Opposite of S is X. Opposite of X is X. So here interior alternate angle is angle S and angle X. Angle S and angle X are our interior alternate angle. Now there will be two pair only. Now next will be angle W. Angle W is interior and alternate opposite of that is angle R. Angle R is the opposite of angle W. So here there are two alternate angles, that is angle S and angle X, angle W and angle X. I hope this you people have understood. So we have done with our first sum. I am giving you 1 minute for completing your sum. So student, complete it. First you are going to find it corresponding angles and then you are going to find the interior alternate angle. I hope you people have completed your work. Now we will proceed with our next thing. Next we are going to learn about the properties of angle formed by two parallel lines and a transversal. Next we are going to learn the properties. Now there are three angles. First is corresponding angle, then is alternate angle and the last part is interior angle. Now in that we have to use which property? Now here we have learned the definition. Same thing here is also the properties also. The first property of corresponding angle. Each pair of corresponding angles formed by two parallel lines and the transversal is of congruent angle. We have learned this also. This was also our property only. So here each pair the corresponding angle which are formed. The corresponding angle which are formed by each pair by a two parallel line and the transversal is of congruent angle. They are congruent only. Now the next property is property of alternate angles. Property of alternate angle means here also same. Each pair of alternate angle formed by two parallel lines and the transversal is congruent angle. Here also the properties are also, the alternate angle are also congruent, which are formed by the two parallel line and the transversal. Now here alternate angle having two things. First is interior alternate angle and exterior alternate angle. Here also interior alternate angle and exterior alternate angle. Now the last property is property of interior angle. Each pair of interior angle formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of supplementary angle. Now see here, interior angle is always which angle? Supplementary angle. There was two angles. First is complementary angle and supplementary angle that you have learned in 7th standard. Complementary angle is always 90 degree and supplementary angle is always 180 degree. So here interior angle. Interior angle is what type of angle? It is an supplementary angle, that is it is having a 180 degree. So here we have learned the properties of angles which are formed by two parallel lines and a transversal. See, all the angles are corresponding to each other and the interior angle is always a supplementary angle, that is 180 degree. In the previous class, one student have asked me, teacher, interior angle is which type of angle? It is supplementary angle and the measure of supplementary angle is always 180 degree. Complementary is always 90 degree, but supplementary is always 180 degree. So here we have learned the properties of angle. Now we will further move to our next practice set, that is practice set 2.2. You can see the question practice set 2.2. There are MCQ type questions. See student, but in exam what you have to do, MCQ type question, you have to solve it, you have to show the option A, B, C which is correct and then you are getting the marks. If you will write only the option A correct, you are not getting marks in math subject. Here what you have to do whenever there is a semester exam, because now we are taking only MCQ type question, online exams are going, but if our school started and there will be a semester, that time if this type of questions are coming, you have to solve it and then only you have to give the answers, or that is option, which option is right, because it contains 2 marks, 3 marks. If you will write only answer A, B, C, you are not getting the full mark, you will get only the half mark. So this type of question, when option type questions are coming, you have to solve it. Is it clear now everyone? Now our first question is, choose the correct alternate. Now here in the adjoining figure, if line M parallel to line M and line P is a transversal, then find the value of x. Now I am repeating my question. In this adjoining figure, which line is parallel? Line M is parallel to line N and line P is a transversal. What you are going to find? You are going to find the value of x. Here, this is N. This is what? Parallel line. M is parallel to N and P is a transversal. Here they have given some value, but they have not exactly given the value of x. So what you have to do? You have to find the value of x. Now before starting the sums, I will explain you first through the diagram and then I will show you the slide what I have written the things. Now here there are this diagram. Just I will extend it and I will explain you through a diagram, the sums, and then I will explain you through the written work. Now here M is parallel to N and P is the transversal. So we will start with assuming that let us mark the point P and Q on N. We will mark here P and Q on N. Is it clear? Now listen it properly. We will assume this. After assuming, we will solve the sum. So we will mark the point P and Q on M and A and B on P. This A and B on P. Is it clear? And we will mark R and S on N. We will mark R, S on N. We will assume this also as N. Is it clear? So listen once again. We are going to mark. First we are going to mark P and Q on M. I have marked there P and Q on M. Then we are going to assume R and S on N. We have also written R and S on N, and we are going to assume A and B on P. We are going to assume A and B on P. Now here what we are getting? We are getting PQ and AB. PQ. Now see here PQ and AB intersect at which? Intersect at M. P and Q. P and Q. Now here P, Q and AB intersect at M. Same R, S, RS and AB intersect at N. Intersect at N. This all we are going to assume it because we have to solve the sum. So we are going to assume all the things, and after that we will get an angle, and then we will plus it, join it, and then we will start solving our sum. So before starting, you have to create this. See, I have shown you the simple question what the textbook has given. Then we have to create. We have to mark it, and then we have to solve it. So here first I have assumed that P and Q, we mark P and Q on M, R and S on N, A and B on P. We have marked this one. Then we assume that PQ and AB intersect which point? At point M, and RS and AB intersect at point N. We done this thing. Now next part will be which line is parallel and which is transversal. That is already given, so we have to write the given. Since M is parallel to N and P is the transversal. This already has been given. Now what has been given? M is parallel to N and P is the transversal. Now what we are getting? The angle. Now we are getting two angles. That is angle OMN. We are getting angle. Sorry, O no, Q. Q. Once again, I will undo all the things. Then I will explain you. Now what we are getting? We are getting angle as Q M N. We are getting one angle as Q M N. Now Q M N is how much? 3x. Q M N is what? Q M N is 3x. It is already given. Then the next angle is what? Angle S N M. The next angle is S M S N M. Now this is how much? This is x. That means it is x and upper one is 3x. So here x plus 3x equal to 180 degree. 180 degree because it is inside. Interior angle on the same side of the transversal, and interior angle is always 180 degree. It is always a supplementary angle. It is always a supplementary angle. So what we are going to do? First, we will start marking angle QMN. Just see the diagram. QMN plus measurement angle SNM equal to 180 degree. Why it is 180 degree? You have to write in a bracket that interior angle on the same side of the transversal are supplementary because it is 180 degree. Then you will put the value. Then what you will do? You will add 3x plus x is equal to 180 degree. 3x plus x equal to 180 degree. Now 3x plus x will become 4x equal to 180 degree. Now after deducting 180 from 4, 180 from 4, you will divide 180 from 4. You are getting answer as x is equal to 45 degree. So what you have find? You have find the value of x. Now here which option is right? The option number C. Option number C is getting answer as 45 degree. I hope by diagram you people have understood. Now I will explain you through the. Now I will explain you the same sum. Just see to it. Now, how I have explained you to the diagram, because here the diagram you will not see. So you Hmm. See this. Okay, huh. Now I will start explaining one more time. See, first I told you you have to mark P and Q on M, R and S on N, A and B on P. Same thing you with the help of the diagram only I will written over here so that you are getting two times the same thing repeating. Now here we have marked P and Q on M, R and S on N, A and B on P. Now here you have data. See this thing we have done with this thing. Next we have assumed that we suppose PQ and AB intersect at M, PQ and AB are intersecting on M, and RS and AB are intersecting on N. RS and AB are intersecting on M. Now what is given in the question? M is parallel to N and P is the transversal. That same thing we have written. M is parallel to N and P is the transversal. Then we are getting two angles. This is our first angle and this is our second angle. Now here the name of the angle, because we have to name it, so I have assumed the point that is A, B, C, Q. Now here measurement angle QMN and measurement angle SNM is equal to 180 degree. 180 degree, why it is? Because we have to write the reason that interior angle on the same side of a transversal are supplementary. Supplementary means it is 180 degree. Then we have substitute the value. We got as 3x plus x equal to 180 degree. 3x means is the measure of angle QMN and x means it is the measure of angle SNM. Now here 3x plus x equal to 180 degree. 3x plus 1x will become 4x. So 4x equal to 180 degree. Now x we will take here only and after 180 we will divide by 4. So we have divided it by 4. After dividing 180 by 4 we are getting answer as x equal to 45 degree. Now 45 degree is our answer. That means the value of x is 4. And we have given you the option, that is option A was 135 degree, option B was 90 degree, option C was 45 degree, and option D was 40 degree. So our right option is option number C. So we got correct answer as x equal to 45 degree. I hope now you people have understood. Just copy down fast so we will further proceed with our next question. I hope you people have written it. Now we will further proceed with our second question. Now just see in the adjoining figure, line P is parallel to line Q, line P and line S are transversal. Now here two transversal lines are there. Here in this figure, line P is parallel to line Q and line P and line S are transversal. Now what you have to find here? Here you have to find the value of x and y. Here you are going to find the value of x and y using the measures of angle given in the figure. Here some measurements are also given. So with the measurement, you are going to find the value of x and y. Explain you first with the help of the diagram so that you can get a clear idea of that thing. Okay. Now see first diagram. Now first what you have to do, you have to mark the point. Then you have to show the intersecting line. Then you have to show what is given in the question. That three things you have to remember it while solving this type of sum. First, we have marked. What we have marked? We have marked P and Q. Here, P and Q. We have marked P and Q on R. We have marked P and Q on P. Which parallel line? P parallel line में हमने एक मार्क किया है P and Q. Next we have marked R and S. R and S on which point? On which line? On Q. We have marked R and S on which line? On Q. Next we have marked E and B. Next we have marked E and B on which? On T. Next we have marked E and B on T. And last we have marked C and D on S. Last we have marked C and D on S. Is it clear now what you have to mark? You have to mark. You can take any alphabet. I have taken P, Q. It is your wish what alphabet you have to mark it. So first you have to mark it. Once again I am repeating it. The first thing. The first you have to mark P and Q. P and Q on T. R and S on Q. A and B on T. And C and D on S. This is your first point. I hope everyone has clear. You have to mark the point. Next, what you have to do? You have to show which line is intersected at what. So, I will undo the thing so that you will be getting a clear idea. Now here, PQ and AB. PQ intersect at which? At K. PQ, AB intersect at K. Next, what is intersecting? Next, PQ, same. PQ and CD. This CD. PQ and CD intersect at X. Intersect at X. There is mark over there. So once again, PQ and CD intersect at X. Now next is what? RS. Now this one. RS and AB intersect at which? At L. Intersect at L. And the last one same. RS and CD intersect at Y. Intersect at Y. I hope you people have understood which line is intersect at which point. Once again, I will explain you. See once again, this PQ and AB. PQ and AB intersect at K. Then once again, CD and PQ intersect at X. Next, RS and AB intersect at L. And last, RS and CD intersect at Y. If all lines are intersected, next what is your next? AB is a straight line and ray. AB is where? AB. This is our AB. This is a straight line and ray KQ stand on it. This line से कौन सा line ray stand हो रहा है? That is KQ. That KQ is standing. Now here we have, suppose we have marked the point. Now we will start with our sum. What we are going to find it. Now okay, wait. Okay. We will start now. Now we have marked all the points. We have supposed that which line is intersecting this line. Now we will start with our sum. Now here measurement angle. Listen it properly. With the help of diagram, I will explain it, and next I will show you the slide. Measurement angle AKX measurement angle AKH plus measurement angle XKL. XKL. X, sorry, XKL. See this. First, what you are going to do? First, you are going to add angle AKX. AKX plus measurement angle XKL equal to 180 degree. Why? Because it is in a linear pair. Because we have written that AD is a straight line and KQ is but this angle is 40 degree. But the another angle, this angle we don't know. So here 40 degree plus measurement angle measurement angle XKL equal to 180 degree. Now see here it is 40 degree. This angle is given 40 degree, but this angle is not given. So we have to add 40 degree plus that angle. Which angle? That angle measurement angle HKL is equal to 180 degree. So here what we have to do, we have to leave this angle 180 degree will be remain as it is, but this is plus 40 degree. So we are going to take here it become minus 40 degree. It become minus 40 degree. So the another angle which we form, that is HKL, is how much degree? It is 140 degree. It is how much degree? It will be 140 degree. Now next what we are going to do, we will start with our thing, that is which line is parallel and which one is the transversal. So here P and Q, P and Q, P and Q is a parallel line and T is the transversal. Here which line is transversal? T is the transversal. Now here P and Q. P and Q is parallel and T is a transversal. Then, first what we have to find? First we have to find the corresponding angle. Now, which one is the corresponding angle? We find angle XKL. We have finded this angle XKL. XKL, we find out that this is how much? This is 140 degree. If this is 140 degree, XKL, then next इसका corresponding क्या है? The corresponding angle to XKL is YLB. YLB. The corresponding angle YLB. If this is 140 degree, so this will be also 140 degree. Here we have find it first this angle, then after finding this angle, we have solved this thing because this is 140 degree. This is corresponding angle. इसका corresponding क्या है? This one will be the corresponding. So this angle will be also 140 degree. This angle will be also 140 degree. And that is what? That is what our x. So we find it the value of our x. Is it clear? Value of x is equal to 140 degree. Now next we will take another thing. Okay. Now next we will take that RS and CD. RS and CD are straight two straight lines intersect at Y. RS and CD are the two straight lines and they are intersecting at Y. Then what will be the value? Now here measurement angle XYL. XYL. X Y L. This is one XYL is equal to measurement angle SYB. S Y S Y D. Here this angle and this angle. What is this? This is vertical opposite angle. This is which type of angle? Vertical opposite angle. Now, if it is 70 degree, if this angle is 70 degree, the opposite of this angle will also be 70 degree. I have explained you vertical opposite angle. If this angle is 70 degree, the opposite angle is also 70 degree. So here we got one angle also. Now next we will write same thing, that P is parallel to Q and S is the transversal. Now first we have taken P as a transversal, then we are going to take S as a transversal. So here since P is parallel to Q and S is a transversal, then now next what we are going to find? See student, it is big sum, so you have to write it down afterward, step by step the things what you are going to find it and what they are asking you. Now here in this K measurement angle KXY, KXY. Now this is KXY plus measurement angle XYL, XYL. This is which type of angle? Interior angle. So interior angle is always supplementary, that is 180 degrees. So what you have to do? You have to add it XY plus XYL equal to 180 degrees. Now here the value of this is what given? This is given Y plus what we got this? We got 70 degree. Previously we find out because it is an opposite angle, vertical opposite angle. So that is 70 equal to 180 degree, equal to 180 degree. Now here same thing, we will left here Y equal to 180 degree minus, plus will come here, it becomes minus 70 degrees. So Y, the value of Y is what? Value of Y is 110 degree. The value of Y is 110 degree. The value of X is 140 degree. The value of X is what? 140 degree. Now I hope you people have understood through the diagram. Let's start with the sums. So here I have, whatever I have explained you through the diagram, I will explain you through the sums what we have written. Now once again, starting from the first, let's think it and listen it properly and afterward write the things. Now here, first what we have done, we have marked P and Q on P, R and S on Q, A and B on P, C and D on S. First हमने mark किया था what we have learned in the previous sum, this sum also. Next we have suppose. We suppose that which line is intersecting which line at what. So here PQ and AB intersect at Q, PQ and CD intersect at X, RS and AB intersect at L, RS and CD intersect at V. Since AB is a straight line and ray, KQ stand on it. This also we have learned. Now first what we have taken two angle and that is why, because it is angle in a linear pair. First we have taken measurement angle AKX plus measurement angle XKL equal to 180 degree. Now we know the measurement angle AKX is 40 degree. So we have written in front of AKX 40 degree plus same we have written measurement angle XKL equal to 180 degree. Then we have taken measurement angle XKL one side equal to 180 degree plus 40 will come there, it become minus 40. So we have written as 180 minus 40 equal to 40. Here we have completed first thing, because next is what? Next we have written since PQ parallel to PQ is parallel to Q and P is a transversal. Then when PQ is parallel to Q and P is a transversal, then First, we are getting corresponding angle. First, we got as measurement angle YLB. YLB. YLB is equal to measurement angle XKL. Why? Because it is corresponding angle and corresponding angle when XKL we got 140 degrees. So YLB should be also 140 degree. Next we have written that RS and CD are two straight line. RS and CD दो straight line है, but it is intersecting at Y. Then what will be happen? Then we have taken the opposite angle, vertical opposite angle. Now here two vertical opposite angle was this one and this one. So here vertical angle is measurement angle XYL is equal to measurement angle SYD. So this is vertical opposite angle. So here when this one, when SYD is 70 degrees, so angle XYL will be also set as a transversal. Then we are getting as measurement angle XKXY plus measurement angle KYL equal to 180 degree. That means it is an interior angle on the same side. This is what interior angle inside the angle. So here y plus 70 degree equal to 180 degree. We will take y one side equal to 180 degree minus 70 degree. As we deduct 180 by 70, we are getting y as 110 degree. So here the value of x is 140 and the value of y is 110 degree. Now I hope you people have understood the second sums also. So I'm giving you 2 minutes for completing it so that we can move further. See students, here we have completed our 2.2 exercise. Next we will start practice set 2.3. And whatever is the remaining question that might be homework and you are getting on a School Magica app. So here we have completed 2.2. Now we will further move to our last exercise, that is 2.3. Now see, 2.3 is very easy exercise. We have learned these all things in 6th standard. You have to construct line, you have to take set square, you have to mark 90 degree with the protector, with the compass. The same thing you have to do. So I am explaining you the third sum, and the first and second sum you will be getting in a homework part in School Magica app. I will show you how to construct the things. Now here, draw a line M. The question is draw a line M. Draw a line M. Now here you have to draw a line M and draw a line M which is parallel to line M. And at a distance of 4 centimeter from it. Some sums are not giving the centimeter. They have told you to draw with a set square, draw with a protector. It is your choice what you have to draw, construct that thing. So first what you have to do, you have to draw a line that is M. First I have made a line that is M. See, I have made a line that is line M. Next what you have to do, you have to take a protector and you have to take 90 degree. 90 degree you have to take it and you have to mark on one side here and on the next side over there. Is it clear? First you have to make a line M. Line M should be a parallel line, so draw line M. From that line M, you have to take a protector and with the help of that protector, you have to draw 90 degree. 90 degree का mark करना है, then next 90 degree you have to mark it and then you have to make a straight line. From here also you will make a straight line. Straight line means it become this type of angle, it become a right angle. So you have to mark the symbol of right angle and then you have to give a name of A and B. You have to give a name of A and B. See, the next step they told you, you have to draw a line that is line N but which is parallel to line M and at a distance of 4 centimeters. So you have to take the scale also you can take or you can take the compass. With the help of the compass, you will take 4 centimeter and then you will mark here as with a 4 centimeter. Then you will draw a line. Then you will draw a line. You will mention how many centimeter you have taken. So here you will write the name also, P and Q. You will put an arrow. Arrow means that if the line doesn't exceed, it is stopping over there. But you have to put line big with the point. Point से बड़ा होना चाहिए line. Is it clear? Point से बड़ा होना चाहिए line, so it will be extended. It should not stop on the point only. They told us to take 4 centimeter, so you will take 4 centimeter only. You will cut with the compass and then you will draw a line and then you will write how much centimeter you have taken. So this is the sum. What they are telling you that you have to follow it and you have to mark over there. See, I will show you data. Once again, I will explain this diagram. They told you to draw line M. So we have made a line M. Then they told you line N should be parallel with M, but it should be on a distance of 4 centimeter. So here what you have to take, you have to take a protector and you will keep the protector first left side and you will take 90 degree. Then protector you will keep on the right side and then you will take a 90 degree. Then you will mark a point and one line. After making line, you have to mark a symbol of 90 degree. As you make the line of 90 degree, there you will have to take 4 centimeter within a compass box and then mark it on P and on Q and then make a straight line that become line N. Then whatever is the remaining part, everything should be pointed, should be given name. So you have to give name A, B, P, Q. It is your choice how much degree, how much centimeter you have made, that should be also written, that is 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter. This thing you will construct with the help of the geometry box, not with a simple thing. चलो अभी बनाना है तो you will draw like this only. Each and everything should be done with a geometry box. Whenever there is a checking time, that time I will take my geometry box and I will measure the things what you have constructed. So here I hope you people have understood all the things. Here we have completed our chapter, that is chapter number 2, parallel line and transversal. All the 3 sections, practice set 2.1, 2.2 and 2.3. Whatever is the remaining thing that is a part of the homework that will be getting from the School Magica app. So here I have completed chapter. I hope every